Hello students, let's move for the next topic in the lesson, political development of 20th century. Yesterday I told you about the role of Lenin in the Russian Revolution. And he became the first president. Lenin became the first president of Russia. So the second president after the Lenin, the second president of the Russia was Stalin. Keep in mind. And the next important president, that is the Gorbachev. Gorbachev was the third president. Okay, so these three members, I mean Lenin, first president Lenin, second president Stalin, and the third president Gorbachev, brought many reforms for the development of the country Russia. So let us know about that. What are the reforms brought by the Lenin, Stalin, and Gorbachev for the development of the Russia? First, we have to know about the reforms brought by Lenin. So these are the reforms. Reforms in the sense changes. So in a country, to develop the country, which are the changes brought by the Lenin in Russia. So after he became the president of Russia, he declared that the land belongs to the land was occupied by the czars. Czars are the rulers of the Russia, we know that. Okay, so that land completely belongs to the whom? Belongs to farmer only, and he declared that farmers are the owner of the land, not the Russian king or the czars. And he implemented the political and economical political and economic policies implemented by him. Why? To provide the free health. He has provided the free health facilities for the people, as also for free education for the children, free education, and free residence also, who are very poor in Russia. For them, the Lenin has provided the residence also. Like that, what the people required, the basic things, whether it is a health or education or the residence, everything, when it was provided by the government, the people liked very much the work of the Lenin. Okay, and also he was the first person implemented the Karl Marx scientific communism in practice. Okay, I think you know about, so everyone know about that Karl Marx was the famous economist. He was famous economist, and he brought for the economy development of the country some policies he brought. So that scientific communism, okay, the Karl Marx party was communism always. So this Karl Marx communism was for the first time Lenin brought to Russia for the economy development of the country. So these are the reforms brought by the Lenin for the development of Russia. Next, we have to know about the second president, that is the Stalin. What are the reforms brought by the Stalin in Russia? Stalin became the second president of the Russia, and he introduced the 5-year plan. Okay, first time in the world for the development of the country, 5-year plan was introduced by whom? By the Stalin. So this 5-year plan, only after independence Nehru brought to India this same plan from the Russia. What the Nehru has followed, even till today has followed the 5-year plan. It was brought by the Jawaharlal Nehru. From which country? From the Russia. Okay, for the development of the country, Stalin brought the 5-year plan, and first satellite was launched by in his time only. Okay, in whose time? By the Stalin time. First satellite to space was launched in his time. Then Yuri Gagarin became the first astronaut in the world. Okay, who was Yuri Gagarin? He was the space scientist of Russia. Okay, Yuri Gagarin became the first astronaut. okay, astronaut. Then USSR assumed the leadership of the communist country and became the powerful country. What the Lenin has introduced the communist party by applying the Karl Marx communalism or policy, so that USSR finally it has assumed the leadership of communist party and became the powerful country. Even in Russia there is no democracy, there is no republic, it is the communist country. Keep in mind, okay. USSR full form of USSR is United State of Soviet Russia. Keep in mind, okay. USSR full form is United State of Soviet Russia. So these were the reforms brought by the Stalin for the development of country Russia, okay. So next is about Gorbachev. I told you already, Gorbachev. So Gorbachev brought the two reforms mainly for the development of in Russia. So which are those? One is called as the glasnost, and the another one is that is the perestroika. Which are the two reforms brought by Gorbachev? That is, one is the glasnost, that meaning is openness, okay. Glasnost meaning is openness, and perestroika means reconstructing, okay. Reconstructing or reorganizing, reconstructing. Yes, glasnost, openness in the sense the people are allowed to discuss anything with the government. There is no restriction to meet the government by the people. So that is called glasnost. Openly they can discuss, open ಆಗಿ ಮುಕ್ತವಾದ ಚರ್ಚೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. With whom? With the government. So that is the glasnost. And perestroika in the sense, if anything defaults are there in the government, so that could be reorganized or reconstructing, that is called as perestroika. ಅದನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಪಡಿಸೋದು, that is called perestroika. So ಇಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಲ್ಲ. Which are all the problems are there in country, everything will be resolved by these two reforms, that is the glasnost and the perestroika brought by Gorbachev, okay. I mean the people can discuss their, okay, problems, or if any defaults are there by the government, they can openly discuss with the government. And perestroika means if what are the defects are there, so that could be reorganized or reconstructed by the government. That is glasnost and perestroika. So this is about the Russia development by the three head or the three person very important leaders of Russia, that is Lenin, Stalin and Gorbachev. Next we have to know about the ruling of Germany. That ruling of Germany was Nazism, okay. So this Nazism was brought by in a Russia that is famous a cruel ruling, that is Hitler. Even in a villages, even till today, so to what compare the cruel person, ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಅತಿ ಕ್ರೂರನ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ even till today Hitler is taken as example, okay. ಅವನನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರನ್ನ? Hitler is taken as example to give the comparison for the cruel person. ಏನೋ ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ ಥರ ಆಡ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂತ. I think hope you will learn, you will get to know that is Hitler, okay. So yes, we have to Hitler brought the Nazi philosophy in the Germany. That is one of the not very happiest ruling it is. It is a very cruel ruling, so that brought by the Hitler, that is called as Nazi philosophy, okay. Nazi philosophy to rule the Germany however he required. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇಕೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಜರ್ಮನಿಯನ್ನು ಆಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ Hitler, in favor of that, Hitler brought the Nazi philosophy. That process is called as the Nazism, okay. Keep in mind. Yes, about that we have to know about that, or about the Hitler dictatorship. It is called, also called as the Hitler dictatorship. ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ನ ಸರ್ವಾಧಿಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಕೇಳದೆ ಇರೋದು, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ರೂಲನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟರ್ಶಿಪ್. After the First World War, when it was ended in the year 1918, so after that Hitler became the dictator of Germany. He became the dictator in the sense nobody elected himself. He was declared as the ruler of Germany. So himself he was declared as the ruler of Germany. How, you can ask? By the powerful strongness. Okay, and that is that. Next, dictator of Germany, he banned the workers union and all the political parties in Germany. He banned the workers union ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು, ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಸಂಘ, that thing he has banned. And also the political parties which are all there. Only one party in India, that is nothing but Nazi party. Okay, he has declared like that. Only one party in India, in Germany, that is nothing but Nazi party. He banned all the political party. Why it should be? If there is a political party, again the clashes took place between the Nazi party and the other party. That's why he banned everything. And also the workers union also. Why he banned the worker unions? If the workers unions are there, they started themselves the protest or the struggle like that. So to avoid that, he banned the workers union and the political parties. He declared that Nazi was only the one party in Germany. I told you already. Yes, which party it is? Only the Nazi party. So that is called Nazism. And he created that in the minds of the people, Jews would control the world, and they are the reasons for all the problems of Germany. Simply he has, okay, and simply he has killed the people. So, and created sufferings, created difficulties among the people. ಅವನೇ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಫೇಸ್ಡ್ ದ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್, ಸಫರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಡೆತ್, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಫಾರ್ that is the Jews. Okay, so he told that Jews, because by that time the Christianity or the churches were ruled by the Jews, or the country were ruled by the Jews are the church head. Okay, and that head is called as a pope. Okay, Jews, there are the two cats in the Christianity. Okay, yes, Jews are responsible for all the problems what they has created in Germany. But basically the problem, all the problems created by him only. Yes, and also for this to create that sufferings, death or the violence, everything, for that only he organized the one army to create the sufferings, or to create the death, or to create the violence, or to create the fear in the minds of the people. For that he organized the one army. That army is called as brown shirt. ಈ ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆರ್ಮಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಕೆಲಸನೇ ಅದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಏನು ವಯೋಲೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟರ್. ಅವ್ನು ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟರ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನಗಳು ಯಾವಾಗ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ತಿರುಗಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅವಾಗ ಹಿ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಕ್ಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ದ ಫಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಹಿ ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ he is responsible for the death of 6 million Jews who will talk against to him. Everyone was killed by him. So 6 million Jews and 1 million for others. Mainly he is targeted for the Jews because Jews are his enemies. ಸೊ ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡೆತ್ ಆಫ್ 6 million. 1-2 ಒಬ್ಬರು ಇಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಸಾಯಿಸಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ 100-200 ಜನನ ಸಾಯಿಸಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಟುಗೆದರ್ 7 million people was died by him. 6 million Jews and the 1 million others. And he was the first person in the world who killed the more people. ಇವನೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಇವನ್ ಟಿಲ್ ಟುಡೇ, ಇವತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಈವನ್ ಎ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ಜನಗಳನ್ನು, ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನಗಳನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರನ್ನೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಯಾರನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ? ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ then after thus the how he has created the Nazism and everything. So totally thus Nazism, his philosophy, Nazism destroyed the whole Germany, because nearly 50% of the people were died, and the people do not talk. They are afraid to talk about the Hitler in their home or in a street or where they are gathered. Okay, nobody talk against them. And how he killed the people? He pushed the people to the gas chamberಗೆ ನೂಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಗ್ಯಾಸನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವನು ಸಾಯಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ he killed the people using the giving a poison ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಸುಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಮಾಸ್ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೂರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹಿ ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫುಡ್ಡು ಮತ್ತು ವಾಟರ್ ಕೊಡದೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅನೇಕ ಜನ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಫುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಡಿಡ್ಂಟ್ ಕಿಲ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನೇ ಸಾಯಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಮಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ that killing is referred as a mass killing. So mass killing of the Hitler in a cruel way. These are all the cruel way, okay, in a cruel way. So that incident is called as the ಹೋಲೋಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಹೋಲೋಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ದ ಮಾಸ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ Hitler in a cruel way. Mass killing of the Hitler in a cruel way, he is called as the Holocaust. Keep in mind. So this is about the Hitler and how his ruling was there in a Germany in his time. Really the people suffered a lot. Finally at the time of Second World War, actually, so when the Americas attacked the Germany, by that time Hitler leave the country and ran away from the country and committed to suicide. Like that the Hitler dictatorship was ended. Later I'll tell you how he was died. Okay, totally committed to suicide. So when he became a helpless, ಆವಾಗ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆವಾಗ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಲೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೋ, ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಲೀವ್ ದ ಜರ್ಮನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ not ran away and committed to suicide ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. So this is about the Hitler. Like that tomorrow we have to learn about the another dictator of the Italy. He was the dictator of Germany. Hitler was the dictator of Germany. Like that we have to learn about the another dictator of Italy, that is Mussolini. Hope you will understand. Thank you.